What's your religious background, if you will? Do you read the Bible at all? You ever been to church? When you was younger? All right. Okay. So, did you know in the scriptures it actually describes what Christ looked like?
That's right.
Did you know that? Yeah. All praises.
That's right.
So now, if we know that thing, where did this come from?
Teacher. Brainwashing.
Come from brainwashing, right? So now, with the message of this man, there's been a lot of confusion put out in the earth, where we don't know who we are, we don't know our status, we don't know what God calls us. You see what I'm saying? So let me show you all that in the scripture, Deuteronomy 28. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Let's show them.
Bring it out.
Let's give you identity from the Bible. Because again, we walking up and down these streets, calling ourselves what? What do we call ourselves? We call ourselves niggas. We here in America, we like, well, shoot, we just niggas, right? But let me show you what God says your actual name is. Thus saith the Lord. 28:15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So Moses is speaking to the Israelites. He's talking to the Israelites and he's telling them what? The law, statutes, and commandments. That's the contract that they made with their God. God said you must hearken to me to do those things. Come on.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So this is the contract that's put in place between us. Us and our God. He said what? Do my laws, statutes, and commandments, and I'll put you on high above all nations. But if you don't, let's read it.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
God said that my people will be cursed. Let me ask you something. In the black community, we have a saying, right? They say we take 2 steps forward, 4 steps back, right? And what do we call that? We say there's generational what on us?
Trying to catch the boat, but I got time.
We say, man, we got generational curses on us. It seems like we just got generational curses, like we just can't get right. How you doing, sir? Come on over here, right here. What we're doing is we're reading out the Bible, who is God's people? And how do we know what how do we know what history or what information will tell us who they are? You see what I'm saying? So read that one again from the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. Bring it out. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So let's get who Moses is talking about. Go over one chapter, 29 and 1. Let's see, who is he talking to? Because I could be saying, so I could be going what the pastor was doing. But I want to show you that he was speaking to the Israelites, all right? Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
So the children of Israel were the ones that Moses made this covenant with. Right. Now, go back. Let's see what the contract entails. Let's see what we have to do and what the Lord said he would do if we kept his commandments, opposed to if we break them. This is the part where we broke those things. Let's read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this is the negative side of the contract. If we don't listen to our God, come on.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So that's what we was talking about. We said black people, we take 2 steps forward, 4 steps back. We had a black president, we had all these things that happened for us. Where are we as a people? We still on the bottom, right? I didn't know any different from when we got off the slave ship.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
We still serving them. We still going in there for one of our things. We still got their last names. Right. We still look to them for everything. Right. The Lord is showing that what? My people are still cursed to this very day. Now, let me ask you something. How did we get to this side of the world? They say ships, right? You agree with them? You think all right, well, hey, you think that's in the Bible? You say, look, I agree. Some of us was here. Look. And this is what happened to the ones that was here. But we show why all this took place to begin with.
He said it ain't in there. He said it ain't in there.
He said what?
He said it ain't in there.
It ain't what ain't?
Ask.
What ain't in there?
The ships.
The ships ain't in there?
Talking about how we got shipped over.
Oh man, let's find out. Deuteronomy 28. So this is the curses. This is the curses. Let's figure this thing out. Let's go.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Lord was going to bring the children of Israel into Egypt again. Egypt has a meaning in the Bible. Remember what Pharaoh said? Moses, when he went to Pharaoh, what did he tell Pharaoh? He said, let my people go, right? Why do you have to say that?
Because they go, he had them.
What happened?
They
was what?
They was captured.
They was captured. They was captives. They were slaves in the land of Egypt. You agree? Let's see what Egypt mean in the Bible.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
From the land of Egypt?
Out of the house of bondage.
The house of bondage. So like you said, they was captured. They were captives. They were bondage. They were in bondage. You see what I'm saying? So when we hear Egypt in the scriptures, put bondage in place of that, and it's going to all make sense. What you say. It ain't in there, right? Let's see. Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Bondage again, how?
With ships.
With ships. Read it one more time. Read from the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Bondage again.
With ships.
With ships. Now, my brothers, let's have a group talk right now. Did this happen to anybody else in the earth? Went into slavery by way of cargo slave ships. Did this here happen? Because we got a picture right here. These are realistic life images. You know what I'm saying? So now, on these images, who do you see here? Do you see, is this guy Chinese?
Nope.
Is this man Arab?
Nope.
Is these people right here, are these Japanese or Germans? Or do you see any Irish people on here? I don't see no redhead. I don't see nothing. All I see is black, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
But what's she doing with her?
She's babysitting.
She babysitting her.
Yeah,
she inherited a slave at 0 months old. She ain't got no age and she already got property being passed down to her. That's what we showing. We showing that these things happen to who, my brother? Who did that happen to? Us. You agree? Us. Read that one more time.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. Don't ever let nobody tell you that your identity ain't in the Bible, all right? Hey, bro, check that flyer. You got a flyer?
No, sir.
Yeah, somebody give him a flyer before you go. My brother right here. You see, ships are in the Bible. Now, why did all this take place? Why did all this happen? Why did the Lord let his people, you gotta think, this was traumatic, bro. This was traumatic right here. We have generational curses from this very moment. You know what I'm saying? Passed down through what? We got low self-esteem. Right. We got hatred for our brothers. Right. We look at another race of people and we esteem them better than us. Right. We try to be like them. We try to eat like them, dress like them, talk like them. We try to use our physical abilities to please them. We do all these things. Why? Why did the Lord let all this happen? Why do you think he let all this happen?
I guess
2015.
The be first. You know, that's how I feel.
All right, so look, we're going to show you why all this took place and what we got to do to get out of it. All right, read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. Where it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So we were supposed to listen to our God. So if we did not listen to our God, come on, to do what?
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
This is the terms of the contract right here. Same way you got kids or you got nieces and nephews. You tell them, hey, Sunday, I don't want to say Saturday, Sunday, I'll take you to get ice cream. But through the whole week, I'll take you to ice cream, I'll take you to the mall, whatever, on Sunday, right? But the whole week, you got to do your homework. You got to make sure your chores is done. You got to make sure you good with me, and then I got you. I'm going to take care of you. It's the same way God said with his people. He said, y'all have to do my laws, statutes, and commandments, and I got you. I'll take care of you. Right. But we didn't, and why? And what happened?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So now, because we didn't do our part of the bargain with our God, God said, I'm going to curse you as a people. You see what I'm saying? So now the answer to that question I asked you, why did God allow all this to take place? It's because we didn't do what?
We didn't obey.
Obey what?
Obey the laws and commandments.
Exactly, bruh. Obey the laws, statutes, and commandments.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is